Here's what Bernie Sanders thinks about Florida and Georgia voters. Quote, there are a lot of white folks out there who are not necessarily racist, who felt uncomfortable for the first time in their lives about whether or not they wanted to vote for an African American. Joining us now with a reaction Democratic strategist and civil rights attorney, Will Jawando, and Project 21 co-chair, Horace Cooper. Horace, your reaction to Sanders tonight.
If everything is racism, nothing is racism. People who voted for Barack Obama now want to vote for Donald Trump. People who voted Republican, they voted Democrat. That is just how people make choices. Calling them out as bigots or somehow uncomfortable with blacks doesn't serve any interest. In fact, it sets us all back.
Well, is there something to that everything does seem to be hit with the R word now? If it involves either a challenger who's a minority or an incumbent who's a minority, at some point, race will be involved.
Well, I think, look, these are southern states. There's only been 2 black elected governors ever in the history of the country. Slavery, racism's our original sin here. We're still dealing with the after effects. There's a reason that DOJ had pre-clearance in these states until the Voting Rights Act was eviscerated. So, of course, some people show up. Look, you know, I've run for office. I've had people call me the N-word at their door. I've had people invite me in that didn't look like me. So it exists in our country. But I think it's getting better. I think the real story is you see Abrams and Gillum and others and Lauren Underwood in a 94% white district get elected. So things are changing. It exists, but it's the dichotomy of America. Yeah, but I think it's true, though.
Bernie Sanders should recognize if you come up with an extremist progressive agenda, it doesn't matter what your color is. People are going to reject you.
Well, they did some liberal stuff on the referenda, didn't they? They did the Medicaid expansion.
They certainly did.
Marijuana, more marijuana
Voter
stuff.
reenfranchisement.
But O'Rourke lost in Texas for the same kind of reason. You can't be an extremist and win. That's the real issue here. Don't call it racism. Let's have a real conversation.
A debate. Well, the problem is when you call someone racist, that kind of ends the conversation. There's no really where to go there because you don't even deserve a debate if you're a racist.
Well, I don't think he said they were racist, but I think the point is that
you
have to acknowledge
Gillum
that racism exists. Well, there was racism that
is not explaining the elections that are happening in the United States of America. We just watched a nationwide. It is not a factor. It is not a factor.
To say it's not a factor
that is ridiculous, and that is part of the reason.
You guys, when we do a whole show, we're going to do a whole show just on this topic, and you guys have to be on it. We want you and like 3 other people for the hour, and we're probably going to take it out of Washington, frankly. But thank you so much for joining us, and sorry it's short tonight.